Ready to complete your exams, but unsure of which you should take? What are the North Carolina Contractors Exams? What are the requirements for taking these exams? Let's take a moment to explore the North Carolina Builders Exams. Which ones are necessary for your particular licensure classification, the requirements and associated costs, and what a passing grade will grant you in your career as a general contractor. As you can expect, exams are a necessary component of professional licensure. General contracting is no different and requires you to pass a number of exams that test and prove your knowledge in the field. One of the exam options available to you are the North Carolina Contractors Exams. These exams are specific to North Carolina and cover a wide range of subjects, from asbestos to fuel distribution to electrical work. Your specific classification of desired licensure will determine which of these exams you will need to complete. Given the breadth of the material being tested, it is important to note that the North Carolina Contractors Exams are open book. When you take your test, you will be permitted to look up the answers from your approved reference materials. Now let's take an in-depth look at the two most common types of license classifications available to you. As a reminder, classifications define the type of construction you can legally do. The first type of classification is a building contractor. This is a very broad classification, covering commercial, industrial, institutional, and residential construction and demolition. This classification covers everything from grading pavement to building recreational facilities. Next is residential contracting. As the name implies, this is a much more specialized classification for a general contractor that completes residential construction and demolition projects only. This license can cover work from building residential wastewater systems to residential buildings. We've reviewed license classifications and the work they allow you to perform. So now let's take an in-depth look at the exams you will be required to take and pass for each classification. To start, let's have a look at the Building Contractor Exam. Rather than take multiple specialty exams, you will be required to pass the overall Building Contractor Exam, which will cover the topics of concrete construction, insulation, interior construction, marine construction, masonry construction, roofing, metal erection, swimming pools, asbestos, and wind turbines. Next, we have the Residential Contractor Exam. Rather than take multiple specialty exams, you will be required to pass the overall Residential Contractor Exam, which will cover the topics of insulation, interior construction, masonry construction, roofing, swimming pools, and asbestos. Passing this one exam will qualify you in all of these topics. When scheduling your exams, you will be required to pay a $79 registration fee. This is the same fee required if you need to retake any exams. Let's now have a look at the exam specifics for the Building Contractor Exam. In this exam, you will have 90 questions to answer. You will need to answer at least 70% of those questions correctly in order to pass the exam. You will have a total of 200 minutes to take this exam. These are the specific materials you are permitted to bring to your exam. We have all of these books available in our online store. Let's now have a look at the exam specifics for the Residential Contractor Exam. In this exam, you will have 90 questions to answer. You will need to answer at least 70% of those questions correctly in order to pass the exam. You will have a total of 210 minutes to take this exam. These are the specific materials you are permitted to bring to your exam. We also have these books available in our online store. As you can see, Passing the North Carolina Contractors Exams specific to your desired license classification is a critical component to attain your general contractor license in North Carolina. Let's get started. Skyline School is here to help support you every step of the way to launching your new career.